I wanted to show you how you look up passages within the TEKSBank database of questions under Aware. So what I'm going to do is I'm logged in as a teacher, and I'm going to go ahead and select Aware. And on the left-hand side, you'll see the item bank. I'm going to go ahead and go with item bank. And for this example, I'm going to go with middle school. I'm going to pick ELA, and I'm going to go with ELA grade 6. I'm going to go ahead and pick the first standard there. Well, let me backtrack on that. I'm going to pick resources instead. That's the key to looking at resources. And what do I mean by that? I'm basically looking up the passage and all of the questions that are assigned to that passage. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this drop down. I'm going to go with this first item here, Chinese New Year. And over to the right, you're going to see a blank page. And as stated before, the first page is reserved for any local items contributed by staff. So I'm going to scroll down a bit, and you will see a Chinese year or Chinese year. You'll see the passage and the questions that are associated with that. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy, and I'm going to basically highlight the name of this passage. I'm going to hit Control C or Command C on a Mac. Control C is for a PC. And so now I have it on the clipboard, if you will. I'm going to go over to the Test tab. The bottom, I'm going to go click on Create a New Test. I'm going to go with the option of creating a new blank test. I'm going to say Next. I'm going to put in the title for this test, and to make things just pretty simple for this example, I'm just going to paste in the name of that passage. And remember that it was in 6th grade, and I'm going to say Next. I'm going to wait for a second. I'm going to go with middle school, ELA, grade 6. Again, this is allowing me to sort and file accordingly. I'm going to say Next. And it's going to say you're done. So I'm going to click on Finish. Now you'll see the makeup of the test. I'm ready to create the test because I have no questions. How do I know this? I'm going to go ahead and click on Questions, and there's nothing here. It's blank. As opposed to before what we talked about yesterday, I clicked on Search Item Bank, clicked on the drop down, and picked the standard. Well, I'm not going to do that this time because remember, I copied the title for that passage, a Chinese year, or it was specifically Chinese year. You need to be specific. That's the reason I copied it. So instead, this time I'm going to go with Search Resources. The drop down shade will come up, and I'm going to paste Chinese New Year as it was. It has to be exact. Then I'm going to click on Search Resources, and it's going to show me those items that are associated with that one passage. And you'll notice here I can click on this drop down and it shows me the questions. Let me just add a few. So here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Those pluses are changing into check marks. Let's go ahead and get all of them. So there's 4, there's 5, here's 6, 7, and 8. So basically, I've chosen 8 items to be on this test. And in the background here, you can see some text appearing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Close. And sure enough, there's my passage. And I scroll down. I will see all of the questions associated with that passage. And that's how you look up items for ELA in terms of resources. Thanks. I hope you found this to be helpful.